Welcome everybody to the Undisputed Podcast. Me and my co-host Jeff are reviewing now Owen Hart versus Farooq in the finals of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament at Bad Blood 1997. So basically they had a tournament because Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his neck for the Intercontinental Championship, and they ruled that Stone Cold would have to award the winner of the Intercontinental Championship. So they first interview Owen Hart, and Owen Hart says that he's going to force Austin to hand him the IC title tomorrow night on Raw, or he'll file a lawsuit, and he'll file a lawsuit if Austin puts his hands on him. Then Farooq says Austin couldn't hold a candle where he's from, so he doesn't hold the trump card in any way, because this is nation business, not Austin business. So he's going to kick Owen Hart's ass. Farooq got to the ring first, and you can tell Farooq had been crying, because if you guys don't know this, early in the morning, Brian Pillman had passed away, and they had just received the news not long before the show went on the air. It's got to be really hard for some of these athletes to compete through these type of situations. So mad props to them. Owen's out next. I'm sure this situation weighs really hard on Owen, but he looked all right. Like he had gotten that out and got professional before he came out there. So I just want to say mad props to all these people who performed at this pay-per-view. I guess they say the show must go on, but it can't be easy. Then Austin comes out now with the IC belt. He has to forfeit. He flips off Owen Hart, and he decides to ring the bell. Austin then steals Vince's headset, and throughout the match he goes around. He steals the King's headset, the Spanish announcer's headsets, and the French announcer's headset. I'm not going to go over and review everything he says, because I just couldn't keep up with that in the match. It was hard enough to keep up with the match with that distraction as it was while I'm reviewing a match. The commentary itself was pretty entertaining because he's talking trash. But when it comes to like a reviewing standpoint to review a match, it's very distracting. So it made this match kind of hard to deal with. We see Owen Hart with a shoulder block takedown to Farooq with an shoulder block takedown to Owen Hart to start the match off. Owen slides underneath Farouk's feet as he bounces against the rope and hits him with a spinning heel kick. And then Owen starts to work on the leg of Farooq, as Farooq has had a bad leg for a little while now. It's kind of a Hart thing. Owen ends up starting to, after he works the leg for like two minutes or so, he starts to go for a figure four, and Farooq kind of pushes him, and he goes shoulder first into the steel post. And then he hits a backbreaker and gets a 2 count. He goes for a backbreaker again, and apparently Owen must just be too heavy or something, because he just falls on top of him, and he gets a 2 count. It didn't make any sense. Then Farooq body slams Owen, and then he goes to the top rope and misses a leg drop off the top rope. And then he goes for a sharpshooter, and Farooq kind of counters out. He pushes out, uses his feet, and just kind of pushes out. And then Farooq hits a nice looking power slam on Owen for a 2 count. And then you see Jimmy Anvil Neidhart comes running out to the ring. He starts distracting the ref as Farooq hits a spinebuster, gets a 2 count. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. He comes out, Farooq hits a spinebuster, gets a 2 count, and then Neidhart distracts the official. And you see Austin come out, hit Farooq in the head with the championship belt, and Owen gets the 3 count. Match is over just like that. New Intercontinental Champion. Austin chucks the belt in the ring. Owen doesn't understand why he did that, but since we only review pay-per-views, I'll kind of just like let you guys know Austin wants to beat Owen for the Intercontinental Championship when he's healthy, and he knows he'll only be out for like another month or so. So he wanted Owen to have the belt when he comes back, and that's the whole reason why he screwed over Farooq. It's hard to grade this match because it was so short, and Austin was talking to the whole thing. I'll give it 5 out of 10 just because it was just there. The action wasn't bad while it was there, but it was just super short. And I don't want to give it too low because, I mean, just because it's short doesn't mean the match wasn't good. You know what I mean? It really enhanced the rivalry between Austin and Hart, showing that Austin's ready to come back for that blood. Owen had the Owen 316 I just broke your neck t-shirt. Austin on commentary was funny, talking trash. So I don't want to like give it too low, because I know some of you guys will be like 5 out of 10. The match was like 4 minutes long. Like, I know. But I'm not going to hate on it because the match itself wasn't bad while it was going on, and it was just there to enhance the storyline. So it did its job. It was nothing spectacular, but it didn't underwhelm in that performance. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I'm not going to recommend anybody check it out because there's nothing to see. So You can if you want, I guess. It's Bad Blood 1997. So we'll see what Jeff has to say.